At the moment, everyone is discarding one's own frame. It's opening now. Discarding on its own by the essence for everyone. There are layers of frames. Therefore, each one needs to discarding on its own again and again and again, discarding each layer of boundaries, step back again and again from itself. Because of the samutai that are entangled for eons of times, there are the karmic habits. Each time of listening, it will release out one layer, is released. And each time it's going to be stepping back further, giving up, releasing each layer. These are the steps of the samutai, the cause of suffering. They are the effects of the maintaining, sinking in, and sustaining the mind. The desire that is always off-sided, always falling forward, off-sided. That's why we need to step back from the stepping back itself constantly, again and again, again and again. By this way, it will end the ending itself. You are samsara. If samsara is not ended, don't think that you are ended. Samsara is you. You are samsara. Therefore, continue with the great compassion. Don't think that whenever it is over, don't think like that. You are samsara and samsara is you. Even the arhants, they are still amidst samsara. The Buddha is still holding space to purify for samsara through the emptiness. Not to holding space like the principal Buddha image in the temple. They are forever and ever purify samsara amidst samsara and holding space for samsara, purifying through the emptiness and nibbana as always. The principal Buddha image in the temple has been built because of the karma of destroying whatever that has passed on from the Buddhas, whether they are the necessities, portraits, residents passed on by the Buddhas. When destroyed, those who destroy have to pay back by building them. Therefore, disengaging on its own, no grasping on its own, has to be shared at all times and open up completely. In conclusion, there is no need to be worried to enable to come to an end. Ending for samsara, oneself is all things. Oneself is samsara. Don't think that you are over something. You accomplish if samsara is not yet ended. The Arahants still purify through the extinction and emptiness constantly. Go ahead, step back from the stepping back itself. Disengaging on its own, meant for everything, no exception whether it is anything in nature. Let's not be specific. Purify throughout everything through the extinction and emptiness. Nothing else that matters. Disengaging on its own simultaneously with everything. No is not no itself. Proceed with this essence simultaneously. Let's not be obsessed to be specific with anything. Let's share the essence thoroughly, disengaging from disengagement itself simultaneously. No is not no itself. Proceed with this essence simultaneously with everything. Use this reminder to purify constantly. Otherwise, the leftover of karmic difficulties in trying to dwell and overlay the body and mind will always blocking oneself. Therefore, use the reminders that purify themselves constantly, with everything disengaging on its own, not choosing anything particularly, whether its nature or whatever, no exception. Purify for both that which is not samsara or the samsara itself. Purify simultaneously. The conclusion purifies itself. Disengaging on its own, it purifies itself. When it's meant for everything, it will purify everything simultaneously. Therefore, let's be thorough with it. No grasping for the non-grasping itself thoroughly. That which has nothing to do with grasping or not grasping, wanting or not wanting. That which has nothing to do with disengaging or not. This will simultaneously purify through the emptiness altogether. Disengage in the way that has no identification in it. If not diligently purify through the reminders that purify themselves, one will be stuck with just the attempt to dwell within oneself, thinking, maintaining, being drowsy, trying to be with seeing and knowing, with feeling, thoughts, recalls, emotions in various ways. The attempt to dwell is a lot. This is the karmic habits of the delusion, of the delusive attachment that has accumulated for eons of time, for lifetimes, across lifetimes, for hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years, uncountable millions of years. There's are only just projection, overlay the projection. This is the attempt to dwell. It's always blocking, always becoming realms of existence, on and on. There are a lot of this. Giving up, the giving up itself instantly with everything. We have to talk about this because there are causes. There are the smutai, the causes of suffering and the suffering in there. Diligently use the reminders of the great compassion. Let's not be obsessed with personal or collective matters. Beyond all this, we have to purify all matters. Let's not be obsessed to personal or collective matters. Purify through the emptiness for all matters. Disengaging on its own, purify through the extinction for all matters. No exception. Don't keep any personal or collective matters. Come to terms with purification of the extinction for all matters. Disengaging is on its own, in the way that has nothing within it. Proceed simultaneously. This is the mighty force of purification of the extinction and the emptiness, which is simultaneous. No exception for any matters, collective or personal. Disengage in a way that has no identification for all matters. Everything. Let's not look only the realms of existence within samsara. Includes all the earth, air, water, and fire, and space. Purify throughout everything through the extinction and emptiness. Let's not discriminate anything, whether they are the beings or not, samsara or nibbana. Let's not separate anything from each other. Disengage in a way that has no identification within it. Know is not know itself thoroughly. Proceed simultaneously, simultaneously, simultaneously. It will end all about personal or collective matters. All this delusion, more or less, all these personal or collective matters, whether they are more or less, will be purified throughout. No grasping on its own. Proceed with this essence simultaneously. With everything. Everything is no grasping on its own. Everything is non-attachment on its own. No such thing as detachment or liberation individually. With the essence of the sentence of the great compassion, the reminders of the great compassion, purify throughout simultaneously. No such thing as liberation individually. Proceed with everything simultaneously. Everything. Non-attachment on its own. Use this reminder. This will be the essence of the great compassion, which is the blessing. Purify through the emptiness and extinction. Help. Later on, there will be no one bless anyone. Everyone has the great compassion. Everything is non-attachment on its own. Everyone blessed with this mighty force of the extinction, all the same. Therefore, no one has to bless anyone. Everyone has the great compassion, essence of the great compassion, all the same. Not to grasp, to have, to be, to get. There are only desire for the enlightenment, for the path to the enlightenment. Creating the samudaya, for the samudaya to walk on. Create the false self to walk on the false path. Creating the desire and for the desire to practice, for the desire to walk on. Disengage. With everything disengaging from disengagement itself thoroughly. It must purify itself. Disengaging doesn't grasp for itself. No grasping is on its own. Each sentence is the sentence of the great compassion, coming to terms simplify samsara to the emptiness as usual. Each reminder has to be simultaneous all at once. Everything is non-attachment on its own.